cautious of your personal safety. Can you see now that in different parts of the world, it actually reflects different things, okay? So it's important to also understand based on your physical presence on where you are right now to understand the perspective from the same chart, okay? The chart affects everybody, but different people in different countries has different opportunities as well as different sets of problems, okay? All right, so so you guys ready? Yeah, are you guys ready? Okay, so yeah, is everyone in already in the group?
Yeah, still trickling in.
Trickling in? Okay, so I'm going to start with content today. Let's start with this question. Will 2023 be a rebound year for the economy or a disaster year? So I think to answer this question, a lot of astrologers will study the Bazi charts for the year, the astrology chart for the year. Some Western astrologers will look at the star, the astronomy, the map, the astrology chart for the year. And of course, if you're an economist or you are a, what do you call yourself, financial guru, right? You'll be looking at Bloomberg's charts and the share markets tables and trying to predict the outcome, right? So the thing is this, everybody is just guessing, okay? There's no one person that has God-like powers that exactly see the actual event, all right? That includes us too. We can't do that. We also rely on the charts for the year and then make our best interpretation to understand the elements and then give it a meaning, a representation of what we think could be the potential outcome for the year, okay? So, if you are a share market specialist, you'll be looking at the markets, right? And what are the trends that is moving forward. If you're an economist, you will do that, right? Understanding what's happening in the economy, who are the key players out there, and what sort of predictions you could make. Everybody makes their own decisions and predictions. So what I'm going to share with you here are my views based on the elements of the year, okay? Based on the elements of the year. Now you may say, but how does this element stuff work, right? Because a lot of you guys are new, so I'm going to give you a quick 5-minute sort of a background understanding of what it is. You see, markets are determined by two forces, greed and fear. Let's have an agreement on this first, right? Don't you think so? Markets are influenced by greed and fear. There are emotions, right? Not? So, where people are fearful or they are greedy, it affects how the market conditions are in around the world, okay? So, the way people look at charts is to study how human behaviors are. So from astrology perspective is this, we look at the star positions and how they influence how people feel at a fearful or where they fear that they're greedy, where they're super confident over something, then we could sort of guesstimate how the outlook is for the year, okay? So the question now is how the stars affect how, if you're on a very bright sunny day, how you feel for the day, and how plants and the environment and things grow on Earth as a result of the sun, correct or not? And sun is a star. And the moon, such a tiny little planet, it influences the tides, the water, right? And on Earth. So if you think about it, your body, it has about 65 to 70% of water. And the moon itself has a cycle that can influence that rise and fall of that energy itself. So that's why you say on full moon days, right? A lot of people back in the day, right? They always, if you don't know how to select good day, do the important events on a full moon day. Why is a full moon day so important? Because everything, all the energy gets heightened up on a full moon day, okay? So that's why it's generally a good day. Choya something is usually a good day to start something back in those days, right? When people used to do that. Now, if you think about it, if you are an emotional person, on a full moon day, your energies will also be more emotional, okay? If you are a happy person, on a full moon day, you become happier. Your energy, 65% of you get activated, right? Because you have more water than anything. So if you are a crazy person, on a full moon day, you become more crazy. That's why there's this term called lunatics, okay? And it's true. People do get a bit crazy on full moon days, right? So if the moon can influence you this, right? So every other planet has a magnetic pull to how beings, life force itself is living on Earth. So astrology is nothing more than a study of how these vibrational energy works. So we're trying to guesstimate how people would feel at a certain periods of time. So with that, we guesstimate whether or not it's going to be a good year or a bad year. Now, throughout the last 2,000 years, our sages and astronomers and astrologers have written down their studies. And because they've written down their studies empirically, so we can refer to that and look at patterns. Okay, so from these patterns, we can then guesstimate. We can't exactly 100% predict. Okay, I've been telling this for many, many years, all right? So if any time I manage to predict correctly, it's because I guesstimated correctly, guys, okay? So I can't guesstimate 100%, but I can guesstimate maybe B plus, A minus sometimes, okay? Because this is on experience, right? It's not just me, but other people's experiences that we get to stand on and do our analysis on, okay? That's how we do it. So analysis for the year, just like how share market analysts, right, financial analysts, they will look at the trends of the financial markets and then they will predict what's the outcome, right? What is the possible outcome of a specific trend? So they would make their best guess as well, yeah? So that they have their tool and we have ours, right? So you may say, but who is more accurate? It depends on who is interpreting, right? And what are your basis of your interpretation at that time? Right? So that's how it works. Now, so how do we look at track records, right? So there are certain great masters of metaphysics in the past that have written down their knowledge and their ideas and their findings. For example, Dong Gongzang is one of those great Ming Dynasty astrologers that have written a lot about astrology and their predictions. There's a very famous book called Toi Bui To. Toi Bui To means the pushing back map that predicts from the emperor of the Tang Dynasty all the way, because the emperor of the Tang Dynasty asked his imperial astrologer to say, okay, now that I have the empire, I have China now, how long will my empire last? So he asked the astrologer, and the astrologer, okay, how should I answer the emperor? Because no empire lasts forever, right? So okay, we're going to do some pictures. So they draw pictures of every year of the emperor of the Tang Dynasty's reign. Okay, so every year there's a picture to imply how great or what sort of outcome is expected for the year, and it's been accurate. Until one point, there was to personify the entire Tang Dynasty rules. There was a plate of 21 apples. Okay, this is very interesting. The astrologer, the master draw a picture of 21 apples. Okay, so on that 21 apples, there was one apple that has got no bang. There's no stem, is it? Yeah, no stem. No bang. Okay, so the emperor like, okay, yeah. So every apple has got a stem except for this one. Okay, so it turns out that in the Tang Dynasty, there was one emperor got no kukujiao one, and that is Mo Zhabtin. Okay, you know Mo Zhabtin, the first female emperor in the history of China. Now I'm not talking about empress. This is emperor. She declared herself emperor, but she changed the dynasty for like one period during her time, then changed it back to Tang Dynasty, which is very interesting. It's same with the drawing, right? And so these drawings all the way until now, Xi Jinping era, every picture has denoted the change of empire, the Xi Jinping's now long-lasting position on the throne. Everything is drawn up, Toi Bui To. So this is a way, one of the techniques that are used for predictions back in those days. Now, in ancient China, there are only 3 such systems that are used for predictions this way. So they look at pictures to predict. So I want to give you an analogy to the similarity in the West. Similarity in the West is Nostradamus. So Nostradamus have all these sayings and all these predictions, right? He talked about all this that he could see at that time based on astrology or based on his psychic sense. He's drawn out everything. So in China, there are this thing called Toi Bui To, pushing back map. And then you have another one, it's called Wang Ge King Sai, which is the hexagram to describe the year. And then you have the very famous Mother Earth Oracle. Now, just a quick a recap of this. Why is this important? Back in 2020, no one actually predicted the world would be in pandemic. No astrologer did that. I mean, if anyone said that, it's because when it happened and he backtracked, then he said that. But the truth is, no one actually saw global pandemic. A lot of people might see financial difficulties, they might see illness. That's what we all see, illness, financial difficulty, blah, blah, blah. But global pandemic, none, okay? Can see it that way, all right? Now, that's because most of us can see only by images. We can't see it exactly. They say, oh, it's going to be a coronavirus, you know. No, nobody saw that, okay? But when we look at the astrology charts, we look at the stars, we look at all the plans, none of them say that except for one, which is called the Tei Mo King, Mother Earth Oracle. Okay, so these three words, Tei Mo King. Now, what is called Tei Mo King? Okay, Tei Mo King is the verses, poems that was written back in, now this is a few thousand years ago, but it is recently, when I say recently, it's about 100 plus years ago, been rewritten in the Qing dynasty, about 200 years ago, rewritten in Qing dynasty for modern language. But previously it was all over the places, and then these in Qing dynasty was compiled again and was then released onto the Tongshu. Okay, so this is a picture of a Tongshu. It's on a traditional Tongshu, not my Tongshu, but traditional Tongshu. And you see it in always either page 1 or page 2. It's always in that section. So nobody take notes of this because this is written like 2,000 years ago, nobody really cares, right? Because it talks about what is this, mulberry leaves, what is this, silkworms and shit, right? So people don't care about it. But the only one that made the right prediction about the world falling sick is inside the Mother Earth Oracle. So in 2020, it's actually stated that the whole world, people will be in a serious disaster. Like, wow, how does they know? 2,000 years ago, someone had written that before. So from 2000 onwards, from 2020 onwards, 2021, 2022, we always pay attention now. All the astrologers, Chinese astrologers, now we pay attention to the Mother Earth Oracle. Previously, we're like, we can do our own reading. Why do we need to base on some old dude who wrote this 2,000 years ago? But now we look at it, okay? So that's why Mother Earth Oracle is so important. Now, I don't know what Nostradamus say for the year 2023, okay? So, but I'm more familiar with Chinese metaphysics. So let me show you now the Tei Mo King for 2022, okay? So this is 2022's Mother Earth Oracle chart. So I'll just bring this up. Now, of course, this is a lot of sentences here, okay? And we can translate it to English for you guys. There you can have this, the Chinese version, all right? Can you send the Chinese version and the simplified English version to them as well for 2022? Yeah, okay, just send it to them on Telegram. Okay, now, so a lot of people say, hey, how do I read this? 高下盡街風 means what? Right, so if you look at the whole sentence, I just want you to bring it to one. Usually the secret is in one of the lines, and this line is right here. Highlight this line. It's called 六畜盡遭兇. Can you see 六畜盡遭兇? Like, highlight that line. Okay, so like you say 六畜, if you translate it directly, it means 6 animals. Wow, 6 animals all perish. That's the translation, yeah? Wow, 6 animals perish means what? So the 6 animals refers to cow, dog, goat, chicken, what else? Pig, horse. Okay, these are the 6 animals of farming. So when you say all perish, so if you predict like this, you follow the words, it means that a lot of these animals will die, right, in 2022, but it's not true, yeah? So you have to use a bit of thinking here to say, okay, back in the old days, in ancient China, they are farming society, right or not? So in order for them to create wealth, is when their pigs give birth to another pig, to a piglet, and they sell the piglet, correct? There's a horse. Oh, horse give birth to baby horse, sell the baby horse. This is a cow. Cow give birth to baby cow, sell baby cow, right? So, 六畜盡遭兇 means their investment no return. Okay? So, in other words, investments or equity in 2022, big collapse. Because those days investments, your equity, your assets is your 六畜. 六畜 is the animals. Okay? So 盡遭兇, hambalang pokai, yeah. So it's basically it says that. So people look at this sentence, what it means, what it means. 人民雖富樂喎, you look like you're happy and rich 喎, but actually you're pokai already. Collapse of FTX. A lot of people, billionaire become no money, yeah, overnight, yeah. So can you see this is actually written from some dude some 1,000 years ago? This is why it's interesting, okay? So this is only 2022. If you go back to our previous, if you've been to our previous events, I've been explaining 2021, 2020 as well, right? Okay, I don't want to go back too long to go and explain that. Let's go and explain 2023, shall we? Are you guys interested in going a little bit further about the Mother Earth Oracle, type 1? Yeah, this is interesting, right? Okay, so Mother Earth Oracle 2023 is this. Let's have a look at this on the screen right now. Let me bring this up. So in 2023, now I'm going to send the Chinese English version. Now the English version that we sent to you is a simplified transliteration. Please do not take the words literally because it's translated literally. It's very, very hard to translate this. You need a bit of knowledge on metaphysics to explain all of that, and also not every master agree on this. Okay, so I will give my best to explain this. By the way, this is written based on the parts of the year and the pillars of the year, based on some master's interpretation some many hundreds of years ago. Yeah, so we will take this and also read together with the Chiman, and I will use the Chiman chart, and I will also use the parts of the year to do the interpretation. So he says here, okay, 高低半憂喜 means high, low, half happy, right? Half happy, half sad. Okay, hard to explain, right? Then it says 春夏雨薄多. Then it says 秋冬缺雨水. Now these two sentences, very important, yeah? It means that in spring and summer, there is too much of water. Now, if we say, no lah, it's just say there's a rain only, what? Now listen, if it's going to be normal, no need to mention, right? Mention means not normal lah, right? Not. So must use brain to say, that means it's not normal weather. And some more in the autumn and winter, now you don't have water. So this tells us the production of farming, which is the production of the world, is going to have a problem. Because farming is production. So the production and supply got to work. Either A, it becomes too expensive, that means inflation, people cannot afford these goods anymore. So this is trying to indicate to us the world is going into recession and people don't have money. Simple as that. Now you may say, what means the next sentence? Okay, so the next few sentences it says there, okay, the other two, I don't think has a lot of meaning. It just says that yin tiu hou song ma, they wo do mei, yan man to zat bang. Now this is important. Yan man to zat bang, luk chuk jiang yin hei. This two sentences is the one that you need to worry about because it says yan man to zat bang, means people have a lot of illness. Openly, it tells you. So already we just got out of a pandemic and now we have another concern for illness. That's a little bit scary, isn't it? Okay, and then it says here, luk chuk jiang yin hei. That means your luk chuk, remember we say it's animals, right? Animals represents your investments. Become smoke, right? So that means a lot of this is going to have, a lot of people will probably have mental, emotional drama as a result of maybe their investments turning into ashes, right? Or smoke. So you got to be a bit concerned with this. And also the sentence go on to say that Song Yip Ji Xiang Hong, that means it says that the mulberry leaves no more. Okay? Tin Cham Mo Ho Sei, the silkworms got nothing to eat. And then the Cham Fu Zhao Mong Mong, that means the silkworm ladies, in those days they're supposed to go and take the silkworms and do silk, right? Okay? So, and then it says Tai Lam Xiang Doi Yap, that means that in their basket they're crying because it's empty, all right? So that means now there are a lot of people who are supposed to have work now got no work. So it's indicative, what I'm interpreting in modern times here, is that there are a lot of people who will either be let go or fired or lose their jobs because clearly there's not enough jobs for everybody, okay? So the last two sentences it says here, 雖得多思綿，費盡人心力. Now this is so important now, yeah? So it may say, in order for you to have the silk, right, or the goods of the world, that means the opportunities are still there. 費盡人心力, that means you have to be super creative and innovative based on yourself. Okay, so if you just follow the economy, there'll be not enough. But depending on your own, there might still be a way out. So I would pay very close attention to the last two sentences for 2023's Oracle. Okay, now let me put this into a sort of what do you call that, layman version of this. Okay, now I'm going to add the parts in a bit. Let's have a look at the parts for the year. In case you missed this yesterday, today is a bit more further, and tomorrow go further again. Okay, this is parts for 2023. So I would say that because you're looking for the resources, no more mulberry leaves, no more leaves. You're looking for silkworms, but inside your basket, no silkworms. What does it mean? You are in search, correct? So if you look at the parts for the year, resource element is the key, and resource is hidden in the snake, and snake is nobleman, which means it's a year of great suspicion where everyone is trying to investigate and find out reasons why. So I would say that, investigations like SBF's case, right, this FTX, down to all the way up to investigation of presidents, right, or Trump, or it will become a political a revenging tool through investigating your political party. That's what I'm trying to, that's what I see from both interpretation of the Mother Earth Oracle as well as the parts for the year. Because snake together with tiger, it's a lot of, it's a resource star for the snake. Tiger is a resource star element for the snake because tiger is wood produce fire, right? So it's a lot of resource, indirect resource represents investigation, okay? Now, so if you look at the cases here, and they're all traveling stars and moving stars, if the original Mother Earth Oracle says that there's no mulberry leaves for the silkworms to grow, surely you need to migrate, correct? That would be the logical to what human beings will do. So in those days, if I take China, the opposite of China is not US. The opposite of China would be India in this case here, okay? So I would think that a lot of production possibly would migrate to India, all right? So you probably have the production to for Apple or Microsoft, or a lot of people moving their big productions to India, and India would do well. Again, this is just my view of this. I could be wrong, but based on my views of the Mother Earth Oracle, it could be that the production could be migrating to India or maybe down to Vietnam or here in Southeast Asia, okay? So looking at, if Mother Earth Oracle was written by sages back in ancient China, so the reference point must be China. And since this is talking about the yin and yang reverse in the first two sentences, right now, because it says here spring and summer, reverse of autumn and winter, where it's supposed to have more water and no water. It's supposed to have water that doesn't have water, for example. So which means that there will be protests in China. Okay, now, normally you will say, but China doesn't tolerate protests. That's the problem, isn't it? Because now people got not enough to eat. There's a lot of situation where people are jobless and don't have food. So when you don't have food, what are the most nastiest and angriest people in the world? Hungry people, right now. You who also don't scared, you're scared of hungry people, correct? So when the whole Mother Earth Oracle say people hungry, surely people must be protesting. So I'm thinking maybe there could be uproar, uprising, some challenges of power, not just in Hong Kong, but maybe this applies to all the world, but possibly in China, okay? So that could be a very important case, okay? Now, so on thinking something further, now I know Mother Earth Oracle does not talk about technology, okay? Because it's something that's written 2,000 years ago. But if I take Bazi chart for the year, this is the Bazi chart for the year, all right? This Bazi chart for the year. And I use the yin water as a reference for what is flashy, okay? What is quick, what is in the clouds and changing all the time. I would think yin water is very similar to things like TikTok and shorts of, what do you call that on YouTube, right? Short reels, is it? What's it called, Kenny? Shorts, right? Yeah, something like that. So I think TikTok is like the king of something, whatever, right? So because it is weak means lack of credibility or lack of trust. So which means possibly there could be people who are marketing on this social media platform might face regulatory challenges, just like they have regulatory challenges for Bitcoin and all that now, right? There might be regulatory challenges for social media as well, okay? So that's what I think could be the potential problem, okay? Now, based on the whole chart, because again, Mother Earth Oracle clearly says there's lack of silk, the lack of leaves for the silkworms to grow, and inside my basket, there is no collection of silk. Okay? So which means what? I got property and cannot sell lah. Right? So which means I translate that in real life, it means real estate is going to be challenging in 2023. Right or not? So I would think all the entire Mother Earth Oracle points to a challenging real estate industry, property market, and definitely it clearly looks like, it sounds like a recession. Okay? So, and a lot of ugly things, possibly problems that 2022 probably will now resurface in 2023. Clearly the chart says a lot of unemployment because those days, right? Of course, you know, say people silkworm ladies, right? Basically is people who are going to work, right? Now people got no work. So it's called unemployment. So unemployment possibly will be pretty high for 2023. Okay? So what the last two sentences says this, right? 雖得多思綿，費盡人心力. I would think the last two sentences says, in order, there's a lot of resources out there. There could be giants merging to become one. So based on that aspect, you possibly can create more opportunities in business or reinvent the business. So for example, let's say Disney selling to Apple. That would be a big, huge. That would possibly fit into this criteria, right? I'm not sure whether Disney will sell to Apple. I'm just making this up, yeah. But maybe big giants merging with one another. That could fit to the last two sentences. So that's my interpretation for the Mother Earth Oracle for 2023. Okay. Now, again, if you just read it based on the words, you probably don't see all this. Again, this is just how I would see this from the perspective of what's happening around the world, and based on this chart and the parts chart. The next part, which is the most interesting part, is how do we relate what we just seen to your personal chart? Okay, so at this point here, I need you to go and print your chart. So go to this screen now, see the link and print out your parts chart, because then it will give you the 2023 chart. Now, some of you have already done it, which is great. If you've done it yourself, please do it for your husband, your wife, your kids, your grandfather, and all your friends and enemies as well, because you want to see whether your enemies are, you know, good luck, right? If your enemies good luck, be nice to them, okay? So do that right now, okay, as we get ready for the next session right here, okay? So guys, in case you've missed this yesterday, let's have a look at this chart once again, okay? This is a very important chart I've been using for the last 3 years. How many of you guys have been watching my Feng Shui and astrology events live stream from around the world? Okay, so you've seen this chart before, right? So I've been saying that 2020 was ground zero, and then 2021 we're on a downward spiral until 2022 we're transiting, and that was called the pivotal period. Right here, this is pivot. So right now we're in 2023, moving towards 2024, which is the transition, the actual time of period 9. Now, in case you guys were not here yesterday, I have emphasized many times the importance of being prepared for period 9. If we are studying metaphysics and we don't make use of metaphysics for preparation, then what's the point of studying all this, right? Just to know the prediction and have fun with all this stuff, and then that's it, we go back and do nothing with it, then, I mean, you might as well just watch a Netflix show, right? And get entertained for a half an hour. But really, I think you gotta make use of the information from metaphysics to help you propel yourself to make progress, to be able to make a transformation, to do well. And you want the next 20 years to do well, this is the point. So 2023, have a look at this chart once again. 2023, if you look at the first sentence of our Mother Earth Oracle, and it says clearly, it says here, right? Where's the sentence again? Let's bring it up one more time. It says here, 高低半休起. So it says half, high and low half, yeah? Half good, half no good lah. But is it really half or just being conservative? I think at this pivotal point, 2023, if we just follow what the words say, half will go up, half will poke already, half will go downward, you know. So are you the other half, or are you going to go with the half that's going upwards? Of course, you say, yeah, I'm going to be the one that succeed. Really? I think it requires preparation, Okay, and I think those that are going to be on an upward spiral are those that already have their seeds planted. They have their own mulberry leaves. They don't depend on empty baskets of people collecting and looking for a job. They've created multiple revenue streams. They have recession-proof their business. This is important. I mean, even your job needs to be recession-proof in this period of time, because this is a very important period 9 transition. And I hope that the message has been clear since 2021 until now. How many of you guys have been in my event since 2021? Type of me right now. I've been emphasizing this for a long time, right? So, well, this is the time for it. This is now entering the era of period 9. So you gotta be prepared for period 9. You gotta have your 八字 prepared for period 9 by knowing exactly what steps and what action plans and how to raise the funds and be prepared for it. I'll give you the exact things that you need to do, the 5 things you need to do. And your house, your home needs to be period 9 compliant right now. This is the final year for the preparation, because after this, not that your house is not good, it's just that a lot of the charts of period 9, it's not as good as the period 8 charts that you could still use in period 9. Because a lot of period 8 charts, here's the one thing I want to tell you, is that in a lot of period 9 charts have the 2 9 stars in the same palace, so you sort of defeat or sort of nullify one of the stars, but when you have it in different palaces, that you could use the star in a much better way. So if your home is set up on a period 8 chart and using it in period 9, it has far more advantages in general, okay? In general, for most people who have a beginner's understanding of feng shui, that would be good. Unless, of course, you can hire a feng shui practitioner to go to your house and do a period 9 chart in your period 9 house, then it's a different case. But most people don't want to have or don't have access to that. So you want to do it on your own, you got to have it as period 9 compliant, okay? So once again, take note of this. It's clearly stated in the Mother Earth Oracle that preparation is so important, okay? Now for the next part here, I want you guys to look at your Bazi chart, which is you have already printed, okay? So let's have a look at the chart once again. So on your Bazi chart, this is a sample Bazi chart on the screen, and if you look carefully, you have the year, month, day, hour. There are 4 so-called pillars or columns in your Bazi chart. If you're new to Bazi, you're new to metaphysics, this chart here is based on your date and time of birth. Some of you, if you know the year sign, you're born in the animal sign, what animal sign it is, it says here, right? Now some of you, if you're new to metaphysics, you may say, I thought I was born in the year of the tiger. How come I is no longer born in the year of the tiger? It seems to be that I am born in the year of the ox. How come? Oh, that is because of the transition date, okay? So February 4th, usually, sometimes February 3rd or February 4th, usually is the transition date to the year. I know you guys have been looking at the Chinese solar calendar. Like right now, you're watching this FSA, Feng Shui and Astrology World Edition, which is just before the February 4th transition. So right now, it's still the year of the tiger. In a couple of days, it's going to be the year of the rabbit. You may say, isn't rabbit already started on January 22nd? That is the Lunar New Year. That is lunar calendar based on moon. That is based on, for celebrations. Chinese people like to celebrate based on a lunar cycle. So all the festivities is based on a lunar cycle. But when you're talking about astrology, when you're talking about feng shui, we always use the solar calendar for feng shui, solar calendar for Bazi, and that is a February 4th transition, okay? So which means you are still in the year of the tiger right now, okay? Year of rabbit begins in a couple of days' time. Now, so this is the year of birth, as we know. The month of birth, you can see there's also an animal sign, right? So this person is born in this particular month. For example, this is the month of the horse, okay? Month of the horse, and that is the day of the rooster. Okay, so it's born the day of the rooster. And look at that, that is the hour of the rat. Can you see that? So here's another example right here. So this person is born the year of the dog. Clearly you can see the dog right here. Born the month of the horse, you see. the day of snake, the hour of the dog, and let's have a, so the luck pillar show as well. So it's got, okay, so the luck cycle is clearly the one that is high animal signs, 5 different animal signs. So if you're new to astrology, you'll probably be thinking, oh my God, I didn't know that I have 5 animal signs. I thought I was just born in the year of the dog, and I just read everything related to the dog. No, actually it's not. The year, month, day, hour, and the luck cycle, the luck pillar, each represents different things in your life, okay? Different aspects of your life. So let me explain what these aspects are, okay? So the year animal sign represents your network, your friends, your industry, your market condition, your personal market condition. You may say, what the hell is my personal market condition? Oh, it's very simple. If you're looking for a boyfriend, you got to look at the market good for you or not. Maybe this year you got no market, so no boyfriend, yeah? Or no girlfriend, not marketable, yeah? So if you're looking for a job, the same thing. You got to first see whether market condition is good. Market condition no good, you got to do what? Marketing, not give up, okay? Hey, stupid are you, yeah? So do some marketing when market condition is not good. That's, if you're looking for boyfriend, girlfriend, you have to do some marketing to get out there, to get, it's the same thing, yeah? Otherwise, how are you going to get a relationship? You're just going to wait there for the relationship to come look for you, really, yeah? Some people have it easy, no need marketing. But most people need, all right? That's why you have Facebook. That's why you have social media. That's why you have all these things, presentability, to present yourself, make yourself desirable by the other party, either in relationship, in work, in career, same thing. Don't go and say, this boss only like to give advantage to my colleague, don't give advantage to me, never help me, only help my colleague. That's because you're fucking useless, that's why, okay? So you should promote yourself so that you become the most desirable person in your organization. Your job to do that, yeah, not your boss' job to look after you, all right? So a lot of people turn around and just blame. So you, look at your year pillar animal sign. I will tell you now, in a short while, of course, what is the animal sign in the year, what qualities does it bring? So you know that aspect of your life have what type of readings for you in that year, okay? So the month animal sign, the month of birth, represents your job or your career or your work environment, okay? So it represents your business. It represents how well you do your job, what are the circumstances surrounding your job, or it represents your work, it represents your contribution to creating wealth or creating meaning in your life, okay? So this is I think the most important animal sign in the chart. The reason for that is because the quality of your life is the quality of what you do in your life. So if most of the time, if you look at any new friends, the first question you ask this new friend is, what's your name, right? What's the second question they ask you? What do you do? Right now, what do you do what do they do in their life? Why you must ask them what they do? Because in your mind, straight away, you know what they do. You rank them, right now. Oh, this one jobless. Oh, you don't want to talk to him already. 冇工作嘅, yeah? Oh, this one, CEO, okay, high ranking, okay, respect. Because what they do is how you will generally see what their ranking are, how respectful or whether you should judge them or not. You may say, yeah, I don't judge people. That's bullshit. Everybody judges. It's a question of whether you use it in a fair way or unfair way. For example, you may say, I don't judge people. Really? If there is a high-speed ball flying straight to your face, you will need to judge whether this ball is going to smack your face or you need to duck or not. Correct or not? You mean you don't judge? I'm judgeless, so I don't judge. Confirm say yeah, okay? So we judge all the time. We judge whether the water is cold or hot, yes? We judge whether the temperature in the room is cold or hot, whether somebody says something or not, whether it's believable or unbelievable, right? Whether we should do or not do. We have to have some form of judgment, okay? This is important. So you don't say, no, I don't judge people, yeah? No. It's a question of whether you're hostile or not hostile, all right? So when you look at animal signs in the month governs the quality of your work this year. What opportunities are there or lack of, or what efforts otherwise you need to do. Because some things are given to you, some things you have to do yourself. All right? So you got to see what is that. That's the animal sign for the month of birth. I will tell you exactly what it means, guys. All right? In a short while. So relax, right? Now the day, this is important. The day animal sign. So you have year, month, day animal sign. So your day animal sign, the day represents you. It is about your personal emotions and relationships. So first you got to have relationship lah. Yeah, if you're single, you look at here, no use one. Why? Yeah, you may say, I thought you said relationship. I look at that you've got good signs, supposed to have good relationship, right? Depends. If you are attached with, already have a partner, then you have a relationship. You can now talk about relationship palace. You don't have partner. Your relationship with is yourself, you know. So every day you sleep alone. So that means no relationship. No need to see this one, okay? Then this represents your own emotional being, your mental being, your own personal well-being. But if you have a relationship, then the animal sign here will represent the quality and the meaning that you create between this relationship with your spouse or your partner, okay? Now again, the good news is this, it's just represent relationship. So I don't know how many you have. You might have a lot. Listen, astrology doesn't judge morally whether you have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 relationships happening at the same time. Okay? That is your moral perspective. You may think, it must be one-on-one forever. That's cool. It's you, all right? But astrology can indicate the possibility of you having more opportunities. So please don't ever think that in your chart, one relationship doesn't work out, you suck in your life, bad relationships. It's not true, yeah? One doesn't work out, there could be 100 other that could work. So your job is to be open-minded to see that, okay? If you're not open-minded, you think this is the best ever relationship, I'm not getting it. Oh no, my life sucks. Then it's your problem already, okay? Because there are so many ways to get there. So please, even if your current relationship does not work out, there's always a way, as long as you're alive, of course, right? You can find another relationship. It's possible, even if you are 70 years old, all right? So now, then the last column over here represents your ambition. This is our column, yeah? The animal sign here represents your ambition, your ideas, your desires in life and what you want to do. It is also representing your investment column. What you think has got potential return that can grow in value. So that is what you create, what you want to build. So that's the children palace as well. Okay, so you may say those days these are represent children, but children is basically your hopes and dreams, right? Your whatever your aspirations are is in the children column. So that animal sign here can tell you whether or not this is a great year to acquire assets. It's a great year to invest in the market in a little bit more. Some people are more, we should increase your risk appetite or reduce your risk appetite. Or maybe it's a great year for you to go into acquire properties. Or maybe it's a great year for you to begin your own business because now you have an idea. So you can be classified into different groups of people depending on what the hour column can represent and what opportunities that come along your way in the luck cycle. Okay, so this is important because investing, I think, to grow your wealth, there are basically 3 ways, yeah? Either you work for it or you invest or basically it's given to you, yeah? So, of course, it's nice to be given to you lah. Then you got to go and marry rich law. Then you look at your husband or you look at your wife, he or she not rich, then you jiki zhou law, yeah? You work yourself lah, what to do. So in this case here, there are only 2 ways, yeah? You work for it and then you invest. 2 ways, right? So investing got different modules, right? Or different aspects. One is equity. Equity, you buy shares, own shares, right? That sort of thing, equity. And you must understand the market, and you must understand risk appetite, etc., right? The other one is properties. You own assets, property, collect rent, or sell them for capital gains. So that you must have some form of good eyesight to be able to identify which are the potential properties that has got potential value. You go and simply go and buy, confirm pokai one. No, not every new property is going to increase in value. A lot of these new properties that are created, you also know the answer, right? Don't increase in value. In fact, you're stuck with that forever, cannot sell, right? So they have that problem. So you got to be able to see that from your own, right? So some years are better for that. Some years are not so good for that, right? So you got to know that. And the last one is maybe you should do your own business, right? Or side business. I think this is so important. You may think, yeah, but am I suitable to start a business? A lot of people ask this question, am I suitable or not? You cannot be forever not suitable to start a business. Okay? At certain point in your life, there will be opportunities for you to train yourself to become suitable. Okay? Just like say, am I suitable to get married? You got to ask yourself this. Well, at some point you got to get married, right? Or if you want to start a family, that would be the goal, right? You cannot say, no, my life is not suitable. Then go be monk, yeah? Or become a nun. But no, right? At some point you want that, right? So at some point, it's a question of, will this be one of those years that you could muster enough courage and confidence and bring the team together, raise the funds, and begin your business so that you can control more of your own time. I think that's the whole thing, right? The whole idea is not that working for other people is not good. I think at some point, everyone begins with that. At some point, you want to be able to own part of your own destiny, correct? So at a certain age, maybe this time has come. Maybe it's half step towards owning your own thing. So the hour column in your Bazi chart, the animal sign, and as well as the stem as well, that will give you an insight on whether or not this might be the time for you to do it. Now, suppose it's the right time for you to have equity or properties or start your own business, you still need the skill set to begin. You cannot just say, okay, you say I start good business, good, or I go start business, I poke guy, or why like that? Because you're stupid, it's like say you got good luck to swim, but you forgot to learn swimming, you still drown, You still have to learn how to swim, right? It's just that you swim better than the others because obviously you have the luck for it, but you still need to learn how to swim, okay? So just because you have the elements doesn't immediately give you superpowers. You have to develop said superpowers in that particular year in order to have a lifetime worth of energy, a lifetime worth of returns for it. That's what you need to see. And I'll tell you that in a short while, okay? I just want you to have the big picture for now. Now, the next part here is super important. That is the luck cycle. Luck cycle also have an animal sign, yes or no, right? So what is your animal sign? You can see that, right? So there are obviously 12 different animal signs that could appear in that box. So each one of these animal signs in the luck pillar brings to you from external in. What comes from other people, what comes from the market, what comes from sources outside of your control. So that's why it's called the opportunity animal sign. So people ask whether I got opportunity this year or not, then you look at the luck pillar. Yeah? If the luck pillar has that animal sign that has that sort of opportunity, that means it's out there somewhere. It's in outside your current realm of reach, but it's within your radar. You can find it. It requires a bit of work to find it, but it's there. Suppose it's not even in that animal sign, then you know what? It's out of reach. Then maybe don't waste so much time. Yeah. So again, astrology is for us to focus on the animal signs that we have given in the chart and work within that range so that we can get the best outcome for the year. And it's going to be super, super interesting. Are you guys ready? Okay, so now, traditionally, I think a lot of astrologers like to just go by the 12 animals one by one, and usually the pig is the most pissed off one because the pig is usually the last one, right? So now, I'm not going to go through one by one because by now you would have watched my YouTube videos and already gotten the per animal sign readings. So I'm going to group them together and give you, based on groups, how would you read these animal signs? Okay, so let's start with that, all right? So this is going to be super, super interesting, right? So I'm going to start with the first one, which is super interesting, which is the top Gs. Now, the top Gs. Now, how many of you know this term? How many know this term? Okay, type of me here. Okay, Andrew Tate, right? Okay, so I see some fans here. Listen, I only know about this Andrew Tate guy. I think it was last year, and I thought it's quite interesting. And this term top G is top gangster. It means top gangster, the top of the game, right? Top people, the number one, the top 1%. So I like to use this term to describe, high-level achievers and winners. So these three animal signs, the goat, the dog, and the rabbit are the top Gs. Now, before I explain why they are the top Gs, first you check your chart. Do you have these animal signs in your Bazi chart, either in the year, month, day, hour, or luck pillar? Go ahead and check right now. If you have, type it out in the chat right now and tell me where it is. Year pillar, okay. Day, nice. Day dog, okay, good. Hour of rabbit, okay, fine. Okay. Luck pillar rabbit, okay. Go ahead, type it out. So, the reason why I asked you to type it out is so I know that you know what I'm talking about, all right? So give me some feedback. Remember, I'm actually in a room now. I am visualizing talking to this group of people, which is you, right in front of me. Okay, so I actually don't see you, but I can see your chat. So go ahead and type it in. Okay, now let me explain what it means. So you have top G, right? So top G is in your year column. How many of you have one of these top Gs in your year column? That means one, either goat, dog, or rabbit in the year of birth. You have it? Okay. This means that you are not the top G. It means one of your friends are top G. Okay? So, now you may say, oh my God, I mean, why you not me? It's my chart. That is because your year column represents your friends, your network, the people that you mix around with. That's also cool. At least you get to party with the top Gs, okay? So that means in your life this year, you're going to get connected with, or the possibility of getting very close range to people similar to maybe Andrew Tate or who's that, Jake Paul or Logan Paul, or the people at the top in the game, okay? So it will be, of course, relevant to you in your field. Doesn't mean that these are the guys that you're looking for, right? But they might be the people who are popular or the number one players in your field. Now, your job is to go and learn from them, okay? Don't like, hey, yeah, I'm not the top G, I'm sad. No. You are in the vicinity of the top G. You should learn from the wisdom and their knowledge and their skills and how they got to where they are. Listen, it's not so easy for people to have access to the top players, and when you do, grab the opportunity and learn, okay? So if you see the top G animal sign in the month, how many of you have goat, dog, or rabbit in the month of birth? Your month of birth. You got it? Okay, that means in your work this year, you will have an opportunity to work like a top G. Is it tough? Yes. It means even if you have a heavy drinking night, you fucking get up the next morning and work like a top G, all right? It doesn't matter. Top Gs don't get drunk. They just go back to work, all right? If you're one of those who drink and you get lun soi, you know lun soi? What is lun soi in English? Chilan sin, yeah? You drink indeed, you get, oh, I cannot wake up this morning. Then what the fuck you drinking, all right? You're weak, that's why. Not steady, okay? You cannot be not steady. So, listen. You can drink, you can get up. That's what you need to do. Control your mind. Even drunk also can work, all right? That's top G level. So if you have the top G in your month of birth, this is the year you're going to outwork everybody. Wake up an hour earlier than the rest of your, weaker friends. Be there early, work harder, get in shape, make sure that you get the contracts, contribute more, do more, because this is your year to shine. If you don't do it this year, when are you going to do it? Right? This is the year you got to be the best in the game. Now, you want to be the CR7 or the Messi in your category. All right? This is your chance to do that. And if you do that, guess what will happen? Opportunities will be available for you to make more money, to get more influence, to make more impact, to do whatever you want to do. This is so important. Suppose you have the top G animal signs, meaning goat, dog, rabbit, in the day of birth. How many of you have in a day of birth right now? You have in day of birth? Oh, that means what? That means your spouse is top G, not you, yeah? Yeah? You imagine your spouse say jump, you say how high. She say sit, you no stand, okay? She say eat, you better don't drink. Yeah, it's because the top G, not you, yeah? Your relationship, they say I'm single. Single, that means you are top G also, yeah? Which is good. So is it better to be single? It's better for people who are single, who have these elements, but if you are married, respect your spouse. That's what you need to do, what to do. They have better luck than you, they're stronger this year, right? Now, will that also mean arguments if you are strong? Yes, there probably will be some conflict because you are obviously connected with very closely in terms of territorial challenge. You can't challenge the top G for territory, right? So that might be a little bit of a problem. But then again, doesn't matter, it's just 1 year, right? It won't be the end of the world. But if you're single, different, then it will be a good year for you to maybe re-sculpture yourself, right? Get fit, get in shape, upskill, for example, move house, for example, buy a new property, buy a new car, buy a Bugatti. I don't know what you want to do with it, but this is your year to look like a top G, all right? And if it is in your hour of birth, how many of you hour of birth? The goat, the dog, the rabbit? That means this year you will have opportunities to invest like top G, all right? Now, of course, here's the problem. First, you must have money. Suppose I don't have money, but how to invest like top G? This is your challenge. So you got to raise funds like top G, all right? So there are ways to do that. You see, a lot of times people think, I want to start business but no money. That's why I cannot start. Listen, there is an art to raising money, you know. There's an art to pitching your idea. We say, yeah, I tried that but didn't work. That means you suck at convincing investors that you have a great idea. It's like people asking, oh yeah, when should I sell my business? When should I sell my business? Because people want to buy or not? That's the first question I ask you. I don't know. That means nobody want to buy, right? Because you gotta also have an idea of who your potential buyer is when you want to sell a business, because that's when you pitch to this person to buy the business of you. If you're trying to sell a sinking ship to other people, why would anyone who with the right mind buy a piece of shit from you, right? It won't happen one night. If you're out there trying to con someone to get, buy something off you, it's not going to work. But if you're really going to give value, then surely you can sell this. So that's why you need to reach the top percent, okay? So it's a great year for you to sell a product, sell your ideas, pitch for funds to run your business and so forth. Now, if you have the luck pillar of the goat, dog, or rabbit, that's great as well, because there will be opportunities sparingly throughout 365 days, not every day, but you will meet with opportunities where you could take control, or you could suddenly be offered a position at a high-ranking business or career, or be in a position where you can take over voluntarily in a position of leadership, for example, because now you have the opportunity on external. You can go and look for it. You can pursue that dream. So all in all, I like these 3 animal signs. Now, why are they like that? Now, I'm not going to go through all 12 in detail. Why is it like that? Because there are 12 animal signs. If you would like to know what stars are in the 12 animal signs, please download the Triber's Guide or go and watch my videos on YouTube. But I'm going to give you a summary here, okay? So, for example, goat, right? Goat have the imperial advisor, and it also has the 8 seats, its popularity and fame. All right, top Gs are famous, And then dog, for example, have the emperor star. You're the emperor, you're the number one, right? And you have dragon virtue. Dragon virtue solves problems, just like that. If you're a top G, you're number one in the game. You can solve other people's problems. You're not a complainer like, oh, this one cannot, this one I don't like, room temperature no good, the fonts are too small, all that crap, right? You're not going to complain, you're just going to solve the problem, right? And if you have rabbit in the chart, rabbit is the grand duke, the boss, the big boss, right? The person in charge, the person who make the calls, the person who make the decisions. And you have Jade Hall. Jade Hall is a wealth star, and you have Golden Lock, Golden Chest. These are wealth stars. So, and you have intelligence star. You're super sharp. You're staying sharp. You're staying alert all the time. So if you have all this together, how can you not be top G, right? But you must become that person. You must embody that persona. You must step up and acquire the skill set and be not afraid of taking more risk and be able to present yourself and take on the opportunities. The problem is this: when you have the top G stars, but you don't act like a top G. You're like, I'm scared, I don't, this one, yeah, no, I shy, I'm very shy. Yeah, this one is too bad. You got the star but don't have the balls. This is the problem, okay? You may say, I'm a girl, where got balls? Yeah, so you have to have some form of guts in order to step up to that role. So astrology doesn't guarantee your success. It's a choice whether or not you want to step up into that position. You got it? Okay? So this is the first one, first group. Now, let me give you the more groups. How many of you are interested in knowing more categories of 12 animal signs? Yeah, you want to hear more? Type of me here. Okay, so the next one here. Next one, I call this the cool cucumber. Okay, what the fuck is a cool cucumber? Well, that means nothing in the world surprises you anymore. You've seen it, you've done it, you've been there, you bought the postcard. Whatever shit comes, doesn't matter. All right, so, well, this particularly, I draw you to the attention of this star called the month emptiness. Now, the month emptiness this year is in the animal sign of rooster. And together with the month emptiness, Yud Hong, there's another star called Soi Po. What means Soi Po? Soi Po is the opposite animal sign of the Grand Duke. So that means whatever challenges the Po Jolo, you've already seen it. Okay? But month emptiness is called Tai Si Fa Xiu, Xiu Si Fa Mo. That means big becomes small, small become nothing. So which means no worries lah. Yeah? What is the big problem? You have a star called Lan Gon, which means a lot of major obstacles. A lot of major obstacles, but in the end, it's still okay. So which means that you're not surprised by these problems at all. So if you have rooster, somehow this year you appear really cool. Somehow you're more in control of your emotions, not so dramatic anymore. And somehow you have gratitude, which is a good thing. If you're practicing gratitude, being thankful, realize that, you know, a lot of these problems are because you worry too much and you created it in the first place. These are not real problems in your life. That itself is a spiritual enlightenment. So I like rooster in this sense. Okay? So you have this particular aspect. Nothing in the world surprises you anymore. That means you gain wisdom. And if you have rooster, okay, so the question is where rooster is, right? So if rooster is in your year, well, some of the friends you see through their bullshit, right? Hey, it takes time to see through someone's bullshit. Sometimes, you know, you understand, it doesn't matter. It's just, whatever they say. So you're all right. You don't say, you're supposed to be BFFs. Why you do this to me? Why? No longer need to do that. You're not affected. That friend doesn't trigger you anymore. You've seen it, done that, whatever surprises doesn't surprise you anymore. If you see the rooster in your month of birth, that can represent that in your world, whatever drama that happens, you look at it and say, it's just another day. It's all right, okay? So you know how to see through that. If it's in your month, in your day of birth, that means in your relationships, you have an wisdom. Suddenly, your partner, you're like, it's okay. It's just another day, all right? So you're able to go through that. Your relationship actually becomes better as a result because now you're okay with a lot of things. You're no longer triggered by other people. You have gained emotional maturity. And this is in the hour above, you will find that even in your hour, some of your ideas don't work out. Some people may disagree with you and you're okay with that. And if it's in the luck pillar, that means in the luck pillar along the 10-year block that you see the rooster, that means this year, major changes came. Major changes come. Suddenly, whatever plans you have met with obstruction, maybe snowstorm here, your holiday plans has to change because it's Soi Po, right? But in the end, as long as you're calm, you realize that you're cool with it, whatever so-called negative things that happen along the way, it actually turns out to be fine. It's just okay, all right? And therefore, you'll be all right, okay? So remember this, yeah? This is for rooster. How many of you got rooster in the chart? You have 2 roosters, okay. Yeah, that's a great year in terms of spiritual maturity. Now, if you say, no, I'm very attached to certain things, right? I cannot let go, then obviously you will have a bit more challenges than other people. Okay? All right, so let's go to, let's do one more, right? Let's do one more. Okay. The next one here is called Wednesday Addams. How many of you are fans of this Netflix series? Have a me here. This series is number 2 behind the all-time favorite, Stranger Things. You guys know about this? Okay, so the character of Wednesday Addams is someone who is supposedly evil, scary, but totally badass to everyone else, okay? So there's a certain face that you see, right? This face is called what? RBF. What is RBF? The resting bitch face is 100%, yeah? So how many of you know friends who have the normal face is a bitch face? You have no friends like that? Normal face, yeah? Their normal face is 100% bitch, right? But actually they are nice people. It's just the RBF is 100%, okay? Hashtag RBF, put on Instagram, okay? And then tag your friends. So this year, if you have these two animal signs, your RBF is 100%. Meaning your face is like bitch, but actually you're a nice person, yeah? Because you're totally soft inside and you're actually kind-hearted. So these two animal signs are rabbit and pig. So rabbit and pig, you may say, hey, rabbit already have ma. Yes, they have two things, cannot me? Yeah. So rabbit happens to be the Grand Duke, so you have an RBF of 100%. But actually together with the Grand Duke this year, you have nice star called Intelligent Star. And you have nice star called Jade Hall. You are wealthy, you are elegant, but actually your RBF is 100%. Your face look like bitch, but actually it's nice. You are a nice person inside, okay? And then pig, wow, 惨了 pig, white tiger, 白虎, right? And some more is the 天虹 sky warrior. That means you got angry face, right? But your angry face, the bitch face, actually inside is a nice person. You're actually a cool person to be with, right? So even though you look scary, maybe a bit nasty on the outside, but actually you're a kind-hearted person and actually very, very capable, in fact, right? Now, so if you have these stars here now, again, I can't go through every single column here. You got to use some imagination, but let me do it one more time and then the future one, and just go straight to the point, right? So if it's in your year of birth, once again, any of these two signs in the year of birth, it indicates that you see a lot of friends with the RBF 100%. So a lot of your friends don't know why the face all look like bitches, yeah, but they're actually nice people, okay? It's just you judging them based on their face, right? So, but if it's in your month of birth, that means a lot of people at your work have RBF 100%, yeah? So that everybody's like a bitch. But actually, they're also nice people, but you misunderstand them only, okay? Or maybe you at work, your RBF is 100%, all right? And if it's your day of birth, every day you wake up, you see the person next to you, confirm bitch, right? Say, never mind, it's just on the outlook only. In the internal, there's still nice people, okay? If it's in the hour above, a bit complicated because hour above represents your ambition, represents your ideas. So which means some of your ideas may not receive cool, warm reception. Some of your ideas, people at first think, it's quite selfish, but actually your idea is actually want to do something good for others. So it's a bit tough when you're trying to express to others. And finally, if it's in the luck pillar, that means along the way, you will be working with people who possibly have that attitude. You'll be working a lot with Wednesday Addams type of people, but in the end, it turns out to be good. Okay? So that's how you see it. It's actually quite simple. You guys all right? Nice. Okay. You want more of this? Type me here. Okay, it's quite simple, right? Quite fun, right? Yeah, these are animal signs in the chart, right? So animal signs in your year, month, day, hour, or luck pillar. Stems, is it? Okay. The one that we talked about yesterday, there were stems, right? Okay, so by the way, yesterday we had this book that was sold out. Remember the book, Investing Success Secrets to Beat the Market, based on the 10 profiles for 2023? Well, that is based on the stems, not the 12 animal signs. You know what are stems? Stems are the top 4, the top elements in your chart above the animal signs, and also in the luck pillar, the top one. That's called the stem, okay? Anyway, can you highlight the stems for them? Right, this is called the stems, okay? So the stems create a profile in the chart. These are called stems. Now, guys, the book is sold out, and a lot of you are still asking about the book. Why not like this, guys? I will do a special program on the 10 stems and how it relates to the 2023 market and what you should be doing. So it's a bit similar to the 12 animal signs that I'm doing right now, but it's going to be on 10 stem format. How many of you guys would like that? You like that? Okay, because it's not originally planned in this Function Astrology 3 days program, so I first have to go and film it, okay? So here's the thing, if I require to film it, I will require my whole production team and all that to actually do this, so it will come at a cost. But here's the thing, I will offer this to all of you guys. If you guys would like to watch it for free, you can do this a couple of days later. I think, give me about 2 to 3 days to film it, and then I will give you access to it. But you have to register for it, okay? So I'm going to give this out free to 300 of you. Now, why do I do that? Why don't I just give to everybody? Because that's the problem. First of all, I'm streaming this, it'll be limited. Second thing, when you have this open up to everybody, people just like they want replays and shit like that. No, because there's cost involved in everything we do, all right? Don't forget, there are so many people right now holding cameras and doing edits and all that right now. So after this 300 watch for free, then I will sell it, okay? Then I will put it into the market for people to buy it. So I will give you guys 24 hours to watch it for free. Is that fair enough? If you miss the 24 hours to watch it for free, then, and you want to watch it after that, then you buy it. Okay? So it's up to you. If you got the luck to see it, good. If you don't have the luck to see it, then buy it. Okay? Support us too, right? Because we have to put in a lot of effort to create the product for you in the first place. So it will be the 10 stems market outlook, all right? And how you can deal in 2023. So I think it'll be quite interesting. And after I finish this, today's day 2, tomorrow's day 3. After this, I'm going to then get the team together and film this for you. So give us about 2 or 3 days. For those who register, then I will send you the link, and it will be 24 hours for you to watch, and thereafter, then I will sell it in our e-store. Okay? So if you miss it, you can also buy it, or you watch it for free. Fair deal? Okay. How many of you want this? So if you want it, go to this page right now, joeyup.com/bonus training. Bonus training. And register. Now guys, I want you to do something for me here. If you say you're going to want this, I need you to honor it. Okay? If you watch this, watch it for free, yes. But if you're just going to sign up just for fun, I will record your name and send a curse to you. No, I'm just kidding. I'll just ban you from future free stuff, all right? Because there are other people who wants to watch it, and then you took the space and then you can't do it. So please, be kind, be cool, don't hog the space if you're really not interested, all right? So here we go, all right? So go and register for this. The first 300 will close it because we're going to sell the rest, all right? So to be fair, we need to cover the cost as well, yeah? All right, cool? Everyone cool? Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so we're going to take our break for the day. And during this break, you could register for the bonus training. And after the break, I will continue to go through the 12 animal signs based on your chart for 2023, and I will also give you a very interesting outlook into the spiritual aspects of your parts chart in the year. Okay, it's going to be super, super fun and cool. And right now, if you don't have already, print out your charts and write down what are the top things you want to know about yourself. Let's just say now you have an opportunity to talk to a parts consultant. What exactly do you want to know? Let's try that, okay? What do you want to know about your chart? If you have an opportunity to talk to, let's say me, right, directly, and to ask an intelligent question about your chart, and there's only one question you can ask about your chart, what would that question be? Okay? Not ask when will I be rich, because that's a yes or no, right? Like, if I say you will be rich in 2063, then it'll be hampao like that, yeah? So you might ask a more intelligent question about like, how can I make $1 million, right? How can I do this? Smart questions, right? So suppose you have a problem, right? What problem do you want to solve, right? Suppose you have a challenge right now. What is it? What's the challenge here? And ideally, what's the outcome? So think about it. If you have an opportunity to meet me or any of our qualified consultants, and you have an opportunity to ask about your chart, what would that question be? Okay, now bear in mind, a consult with me today is 30,000 ringgit, okay? So imagine I'm going to take a few of you guys now and do a Q&A and help you answer right now. So ask properly, okay? I want to do this with you, so please write it down, and in the next session, maybe there'll be a chance for us to discuss one of your charts. Okay, would that be cool? All right, go back to the joeyup.com/bonus training and register if you are interested in learning a little bit more about the 10 stems and market outlook for 2023. It'll be super interesting, and I'll see you after the break. Okay? Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to session 2. How are you guys doing? Type of 1 if you guys are ready. Nice, nice. Now we have only covered like 3 of the 12 element sign topics. I still got a lot more that I want to cover. Now before I begin, how many of you guys are new to 八字? Like you've never done or read about astrology in your life? This is like your first time. Tell me here. Right? Or you probably have read like on the papers or some magazine about the 12 animal signs, and you've always thought that it's just the year, right? Just the year of birth, right? Now you know a bit more, right? Now you know a bit more that actually astrology, it's like a guide, right? I want to show you this, explain to you what the concept is, because while I'm talking to you about astrology for 2023, I also need to address the new people who are, the people who are new, who first time join our event and don't know what astrology is about. So generally it's like this. You see this treasure map right here? All right, this is an example, just an example, an analogy here. Imagine this is a treasure map, and the treasure map is supposed to be talking about, where is the hidden treasure, right? Where is the hidden treasure? And if you look at this map, you're not going to know how to use this map until you can recognize some of the landmarks inside the map, isn't it? Right? Otherwise, it's like, what is it? It's just like, what's where, right? So after you recognize where are the major landmarks, then you sort of understand, oh, okay, now I have a rough idea of where this is. Now, even that is not enough, because in this treasure map, is it useful if I give this to you, even if you recognize some of the landmarks? If you have it now, and this treasure is $1 billion, let's just say it's $1 billion, right? Are you able to find it? You look at it. Can you find it? You can, wow, so king. How you find it? Where is the spot mark X? Don't have. That's why, people say treasure map, you straight away want. Until you see, like that. You see, once you have the spot mark X, now you know, in the big context of things, where you should be going, isn't it? Right? Without the X spot, without to know the direction of where to dig in the first place, having a treasure map is utterly useless. Agree? Okay, now let's say really there's a spot mark X. Can you find it? Can you find it? You say, yeah, now I know how to find it. Really? 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 Okay. You can't go to this place if you first don't know where the fuck you are on this map right now. You must first know where you are. Ma. Like when you go to those days before there were Google Map and Apple Map and all that, right? You go to a country, you go to the bus stop, you look at the map, the first thing you look for is what? You are here, right or not? You are here. Because from where you are here, then you're like, oh. Okay. So that's the same thing with this chart here. You need to know the you are here position. So once you identify the you are here position in your map, the next thing you want to do is to now look at the shortest optimal route to the spot mark X. Okay? That's exactly the same thing when we are in a country or in any city that we are the first time there, we look at a piece of map, right? And we got to know, okay, where are we right now and where do we want to go and where's the shortest route or the most scenic route there. Now, why I tell you this is this. This map that you see is exactly what your 八字 chart is. So your 八字 chart, your year, month, day, and hour, that information, that piece of information is your map. So inside these 8 characters, there are landmarks. There are certain key events, key components, key positions, key people, right? Inside that map. So if you don't recognize, remember the first job is to recognize the landmarks. If you don't recognize the landmarks, you'll be passing by the landmarks many, many times. Walking. You don't even know you bypass the treasures. You don't even know you bypass important landmarks. You don't recognize the key noble people. You don't recognize the key positions, the career paths, the opportunities. You don't see it because you just go about the whole life. Just like that. Okay? So the idea of 八字 is not to predict your future, but to map out, okay, look, this is your life. You have all these things in your life now. Choose your route. Now, not only that, your luck pillar. Can you see your luck pillar in your 八字 chart? Your luck pillar has a pillar, right, that says you are here. Well, that's exactly what it means. It means in your chart right now, in your map, there is a point where it says you are here. So that you know whether you're standing next to danger or not, or whether or not you are standing maybe just a little bit away from the treasure. The you are here is very, very important. So this whole thing explains to you whether or not you can choose the right vehicle, the paths, the roads to your wealth, or the obstructions that are ahead, the dangers, the opportunities, the people who can help you, the people who are able to assist you, who have something for you. All this is in your chart. So some people say, all I want is a great relationship. Maybe you're in the wrong position of the map. Maybe you need to be right here to meet the right relationship, right? Maybe you say, but all I want is a great career. Maybe you're in the wrong position for that career. You need to be at the other side of the map to get the best relationship or best career in your life. If you want to start a business, maybe here got no resources. You need to be in the right place to get the resources. So your map here has all that you need. The question is, do you know where they are? That's the whole idea behind 八字. That's the whole idea behind the study of the 4 pillars of destiny. Okay, now you know a bit better. All right. So let's just say you want to win an award, right? You want to be the number one in the field. You want to win a trophy. You want to win whatever prize. You got to know first where the prize is. It's in the chart, right? You know the prize got no chart. The chart got no prize, right? That's the fact. Then why you waste your time, right? It must be within reach in your chart. So you want to win anything, right? Number one, or a field, a trophy, or an award, or recognition. Is it in the chart? So your 八字 chart has a lot of gifts and values. So it also contains a lot of problems and shit. So by knowing this, you get an idea of how best to run your life. That's the whole idea. Okay? That's the terrain, right? So, by the way, there's a difference between animal signs and the stems. The animal signs is the terrain, the highs, the lows, what's inside the ground. The stems is what you see on the outside, whether it's a beautiful scene or not, whether there's a person there or not, whether there's an opportunity, what you see on the outside, how you feel on the outside. But the branches, the animal signs, is what is inside, what the roads themselves. That's why this whole concept here is what 八字 entails. Okay? Now we can go back to our concept of 八字. You guys have a clearer picture now what astrology chart is? Okay? That's why with astrology, it's very hard to fail. All right? Unless, of course, you meet some dumb people like, Will I be rich? Will I be rich? In my chart, you're rich or not? I don't know where you are in the chart. I haven't studied your chart. How to know whether you'll be rich or not? And also, I don't know whether you want to walk the path. Maybe you're very far away from the spot mark X there, right? So sometimes the character plays a lot of, a very important role in activating the chart. My personal view is this: every person can be successful. Every person can be rich. The question is whether or not you unlock the chart or not. So if you're stuck in a marriage that you don't like, how you know you don't have 4 other candidates hiding somewhere? You never explore, right? So you're stuck with an idiot for the rest of your life, and now you're too old for doing shit, right? So maybe that. Or maybe you're stuck in an environment where you are not happy, right? But you don't want to venture out because you thought your world is only this small. But really, it could be a lot bigger, right? So there's so many opportunities that are hidden here. Maybe 2023 is the year you should explore this. Maybe, right? Because after all this while, it's been blindfolded going into this world, right? Do something about it. Okay? All right, let's continue our 12 animal signs for the year. Now, I've talked about the top G's, right? We're talking about cool cucumber, right? So, what's next? Well, the next one is Maverick. Now, you guys know Maverick, right? How many of you watched Top Gun? It's one of my favorite movies of the year. And so the main character is Maverick, right? So Maverick is a return to glory. That means in the past 1 year, it has been a little bit challenging, to say the least. It's been disturbing. It's been a lot of issues. But once it reach to 2023, you hit the ground running. Things go your way. All your preparation and all your hardship, hopefully it was worth it, right? Last year becomes fruitful for you in 2023. Are you ready for the 2 animal signs? They are the monkey and snake. So, how many of you have monkey or snake in your Bazi chart? Year, month, day, hour, or luck pillar? Go ahead and type in the chat right now. Okay, you got it? That's nice, Okay, so which means, let's say you have in your career palace. Guys, do you know where your career palace is? That's the month of birth, right? So if you have the month of birth, that means last year, you probably have missed the promotion, you probably missed the opportunity, you thought you missed the opportunity, you thought you met with some obstacles, troubles, whatever challenges, but you know what? Whatever efforts that you have planted last year, this year you get the reward. So hopefully you did some shit last year. If last year you didn't do anything, all you did was watch Netflix and completed the series of Crown, nothing will happen for you this year because you didn't plant anything, okay? Plant the seed, get the tree, okay? So this is the return to glory. And these 2 animal signs, by the way, has a very additional, very interesting star called Taiji Nobleman, Tai Kek Guayan, especially the snake, right? So you have either one of this, you will already have access to, easier access to sixth sense, easier access to intuition and spiritual development powers. This will be one of those years, if I may add. How many of you have snake or monkey? You got in the chart? Yeah, you got? Okay, so either way, whether year, month, day, hour, or luck pillar, that means in one aspect of your life, if you incorporate metaphysics, you're going to do really, really well. This is the 1 year. Don't miss this year. Don't fuck this up. This is the 1 year you want to develop your metaphysics, develop your skill set, go further, okay? So you have it in your chart, develop the skill set this year because this will last you a lifetime. Use it for investing, use it for meeting friends, use it for your business, use the intuitive power for that, right? So somebody say, how do I do it? Learn lah, right? Learn lah, buy book, attend course or whatever, right? Or do it on your own, self-study. How do you bake a cake, guys? Go and learn lah. Yeah, got people teaching it, yes? So you got to make that effort to do. You may say, I'm just going to meditate until I know. First of all, even meditate need to learn, no? Right? Otherwise, you just fall asleep. Right? That is the problem. So even meditation need to learn. Even you go and 抖屎,抖屎, throw shit, also need to be professional, You're not professional, you 抖屎, yeah? You fall on the ground for what? So you need to be professional. Even that also need to learn, A lot of times people don't know what to do. You have to have the mastery of a subject requires learning. Okay? So this is the Maverick. Let's look at the next group here, okay? This group, I call this Breaking Bad. How many of you are fans of that series right here? Breaking Bad. I heard there's a movie out, right, Kenny?
There was a few years ago.
Yeah? Supposed to be a movie, right? Already out.
The movie wasn't so good. The series was.
The series better. Right, badass. Right? So here's the thing, right? So now, to summarize the whole series is this, right? It's a series of seemingly bad coincidences that somehow lead to good fortune. Okay? A series of so-called bad coincidences. So I wouldn't use the word bad all the time. I probably would say meaningful incidences that at first look like, yeah, that's right, blessing in disguise, right? But it doesn't really look like a blessing in the first place. It looked like a pile of shit, right? But when you got through that and you realize, hey, this so-called thing that happened allowed me to realize that, I'm actually very fortunate, that I'm in a good position and so forth, okay? Are you ready? These two animal signs are ox and rat. So ox, as you know, doesn't have many good stars at all. Doesn't have any good stars at all in their chart, but has a star. We call it the sixth realm star, the heavenly judge. So heavenly judge, basically, its ability to cut through the crap. That's what it means. This star is about, right? So a lot of things in our life that's good or bad is a labeling. Like I ask you right now, if you have ox in the chart, you have ox in your chart, yeah? Do you have more positive thoughts or negative thoughts in your life? Just write this down. Positive thoughts or negative thoughts? You have ox and hey, non-ox, shut up lah, yeah? No, don't answer, yeah? I'm talking those with ox. Anywhere in the chart. Okay? You got right. Are you more positive thoughts or negative thoughts? Tell me. Okay. Sometimes positive, sometimes negative, some more positive, more negative, okay, whatever, right? So here's the thing. The fact that you have labeled your thought to be positive or negative, that itself is a labeling that caused it to be negative in the first place or caused something to be positive. The thought by itself, it's neither positive or negative. It's just a thought. Your attachment of meaning to the thought makes it positive or negative. The ability to detach that meaning from a thought is the power of the heavenly judge star. That's why a series of seemingly bad incidences can actually be a good lesson or good outcome in life by merely rearranging that perception. That's the power of this star. Okay, now I'm not going to go through details of the stars here. I'm just telling you why I chose ox for this purpose. Okay, the next one is rat. Rat has got a fortune virtue. You're focusing, right? Happy, right? So whatever shit happens, you also laugh, right? Got bad thing even happen, laugh, drink, happy, no problem. Yeah. So sometimes some people is just like, right, they can handle shit, right? So whatever bad series of events, after one good night's sleep, next morning wake up, it's a new day, right? So Breaking Bad for rat is that purpose. They have a star called the fortune virtue or fortune star, which is good. So if now you may say, but I thought rat has got peach blossom. Yes, they do, but they also have fortune virtue, right? So fortune virtue, in case you're one of the rat animal signs that has gone through a lot of incessant bad incidents, this 1 year you start to see, okay, it's actually not that bad after all. You can still have fun. That's the good thing about this star. Okay, all right. One more? Let's go for more. Next one. Fat Adam. Now, what means Fat Adam? Well, it rhymes with Black Adam, isn't it? Now, it means someone or a person who is in a lot of hype, but falling short of expectation, unfortunately. Okay, just like the movie, right? So much hype about Black Adam. It turns out, nothing much, right? So, and also I heard that, is the series, is the Rock is dropped from the series, right?
They cancelled the entire...
He got cancelled.
Black Adam from the DCU.
Oh my God, you see? So Fat Adam, right? So that's what it means. So do we have a star like this? Unfortunately, we do, right? This animal sign is the tiger, okay? Now, of course, the tiger has a lot of good things too, but one of this is in the chart that is called Death God, Mong San. Now, Death God doesn't mean death, okay? It means this law, a lot of hype after Wong Gao Gao, nothing happened, yeah? That is the issue with this. So do take note that in 2023, maybe don't hype something up too much because you create a lot of hype, but then it falls short of expectation, then there will be a lot of disappointment. Suppose you don't hype it, then it's going to be fine, all right? There's not going to be issues. So you may say, how do I interpret it if it's in my month of birth? Well, teach you something, right? Listen, I know some of you are asking, but is my hour of birth means what? Is my luck means what? If I go through one of this, I will have less opportunities to explain more. Guys, I need you guys to exercise a bit of self-reading. So always remember, year represents network and friends, month is your career, day is your relationship, hour represents your ambition as well as your ideas. The luck pillar is your opportunity. So when Fat Adam is in your career has a lot of hype, a lot of promises, but in the end, turns out to be a big falling short of expectations. All right? So maybe you talk a lot about you expecting to be promoted, but in the end not promoted, for example, could be one of the things. Or you've been promised a lot of stuff, but in the end, it falls short of expectation. Or, if it's in your day, right, you may say, wow, this, you look forward to this relationship and you got this relationship and finally it turns out that this relationship is falling short of your expectation. It can happen that way, okay? So maybe you thought, wow, you married the most prettiest person ever, right? This is the best day of your life. When you marry her, wow, you're a brainless one. Every day stupid or say, don't know what to talk to her. You look at her, she look at you. Besides pretty, no brain. Or you marry this guy, looks good on the outside, but also brainless. What to do? Married already, too late. Yeah? So this is the problem, for example. Yeah? Okay, so now you know, okay? Let's look at the next one in this group. This group is called Bourgeology. That means a group that are silently successful, getting rich and enjoying special privileges just by invitation only. Okay? So this is a group of people that succeeded and you didn't even know that they were on their way to success. All right? So who are this group of people? Okay, so the animal signs of the horse as well as the pig. Now, of course, you may say, I thought the pig or sky warrior is not supposed to be good. It's got all this. They are good and bad. One side of it, the pig can be successful. So why is it successful? Because of this. Because of the same star called white tiger. White tiger has the courage, the strength, and more importantly, the grit to take on hardship. The guts and the strength to do what other people don't want to do. Like for example, right now, there are a lot of jobs that are easy. There are also some jobs that are super hard. Most people will go for the easy jobs, get paid, get easy jobs. But when the year becomes tough, like 2023, the people who get fired first are the ones who have easy jobs because they're easy to get hired again. The ones who get to stay and get promoted are the ones who are doing the tough jobs that nobody else could do. Guess who could do it? The white tiger. Okay? So, horse is different. Horse has the moon. Moon has the ability to make money behind the scenes. So they get rich also, you don't know. Right? They've been investing cleverly. They've been using their money cleverly. They've been buying the network. If it's in the year, they buy the network. If in the month, they're already paving the way for their career. If it's a day, they're already investing in future relationship. If you are nasty to them, they're already looking for somebody else, and you don't even know. All right? You may say, "Hey, isn't that having takeaways?" It's not having takeaways. It's about hedging your bets. Okay. So if your personal relationship in your current life is not good, and you have horse in your day, and you have moon in the chart, it's quite likely you're probably looking for alternatives. All right, this is not good, but hang on first, law. All right, it's a free meal, right? No, take first, for example, yeah. So if it's in the hour of birth, for example, that means you are already investing, you are anticipating the next 5 steps, 10 steps forward in your career, which is a great thing. Okay, opportunity-wise, that means at first you don't know, but you met somebody who has a great idea, and you learn their path, you learn their ways, and now you're also on a path of success. That's what it means. Okay? Okay, next one. I call this the art of being steady. So, if you have the following animal sign, you're probably like someone who never lets anyone down and always showing up for somebody. You'll probably be that one person that no matter what, you're there, no matter what, even at your own detrimental setback and you have problems, but you're still going to be there to finish the job. You're still going to be there to stand up for someone, even though you might be sad, but you are there. Who is this person? But there's only one star that can do this, and that's called the sun. Okay? And the sun in 2023 is in the dragon animal sign. So this is it. If you have dragon in the chart. How many of you got dragon? Your dragon? Yeah, you got dragon. So means what? It means that now you may say, oh no, it's like some of you are no good. No. Listen, why you're so selfish one? Yeah? So this year be generous, Lord. If you are selfish and you have the sun, that means your sun got no sunlight, Then this is a midnight sun. Even worse, yeah, very dark and nobody can see you. You see, if you are sunlight and you are keeping everything inside, no good. So if everything you put inside, you long term you get inner pain, So as the sunlight, you have to go out and give your warmth to others. So don't let people down this year. Be the warmth in other people's lives, and throughout helping other people, throughout giving warmth to others, in some ways, it will also warm up your own life, okay? So you may say, but how do I read it? Year, month, day, hour. The year, network and friends. Month, do that in your work. In the day, do that to your spouse or your loved ones. In the hour, it is time to share your ideas with other younger generation, help them with their business, do some pro bono work for other people. If it's the luck pillars, go out and find people to contribute to help, because luck pillar is the external journey, okay? So that's how you see it, okay? Now the next one is this group called Car See, Car Fetch. What means Car See, Car Fetch? So you know that there's Chinese, there's a saying, right? Yan kin, yan ngoi. Everybody see, everybody also like. Car see, car also fetch. Yeah? So this is a group of people that has superior attraction in 2023. Now, attraction is this, it's only on a surface level, of course. Whether or not it will turn out to be a fruitful relationship, that depends on whether or not you have substance. A lot of times people have external attraction. So on the outside, they look really cool, really handsome, really pretty. But after you know them, wow, this one I think is stupid like fuck. Then so you have a problem, So a lot of people don't realize that. They think if I have the attraction, if only I'm attractive. That's only external. There's so many ways you can actually become more attractive without the attraction stuff. Okay? There's so many ways. For example, dress nicely lah. You dress like a fucking ham choi like that, you go outside. Who the fuck want to talk to you, right? You look at you, wow, right? So sometimes like that, you don't realize that. Or get in shape, right? Get in shape. It's so easy to go to the gym and get in shape so you look better. You can do that, right? Or increased intelligence, right? Increased knowledge, wisdom, improve your character. So in many ways you can improve your character. If you are level 7 low, there's so many ways you can improve to level 3, level 4, 3 levels up at least. You can't get from level 7 to number 1, because number 1, you require the heaven to produce you as a pretty or handsome person. But if you are level 7, you can add a few layers, right? Higher and become better, right? So there's so many ways to do it, but a lot of people don't do it. They just think, I look fat, I'm ugly, that's why nobody like me, right? No body like me because of what? Whatever it is, you can improve, right? So this is just the first part. You have these two attraction start. It starts with a good attraction, but you can keep or not, depends on your ability. This is the horse and rat, okay? So the horse and rat, so we know this is sky happiness and the other one is called red matchmaker. So these two stars add up the two peach blossom stars for the year. So the two attraction relationship stars. So a lot of people think, I have this star, this is going to be a great year for relationships. I think now people are very intelligent and they have substance. So if you have attraction, but they've realized that you are way lesser than what you portray on TikTok, you're going to have a big problem maintaining and sustaining that relationship in the first place, okay? So, but nevertheless, you probably would be perceived as charismatic and likable. You win the first 30%, okay? So now you know. Now, this group is the opposite of the other group I just talked to you about. This one is called like a flower from far. Need to translate to Chinese, yeah? Like a flower from far means from far you see like flower, okay? From the side you see also very good. Right? So it means confirm see when close range, no good. That means no substance. Yeah? So this group is catfishing ability is 100%. So what you need to do, first I tell you animal signs, then I tell you what to do. Okay, so this one is the ox and then the goat. Okay, ox and goat. You may say, hey, goat, I thought you say it's top G. Hey, top G maybe 靚仔㗎嘛. 嚇，邊個話靚仔一定有頭髮嘅啫嚇？ So 未必㗎嘛。So maybe this year you're not 靚仔, you still top G, right now. A lot of top G is bald, you know. So in this case here, from far, really good. So what you should do to make use, in case people find out that that you have lack substance, so what you should do is do more marketing law, right? Since from far see good ma, right now, so you can pave the way, do more promotion, do more hype law. This will be something that you can do to build up your reputation from afar, since reputation from afar is a good idea for you anyway, okay? So you could use these two elements for example. How many of you got ox or goat in the chart? Okay? So if I were you, I would build some substance lah, at least, yeah, because otherwise people like, after they know you, like, no good lah, right? So you have to build up that nature, build up that substance so that when they see you, they realize, okay, right, this is a real deal, you know, not just marketing out on the outside. So when you have these two animal signs, you need to work on that aspect. Otherwise, it's going to be, quite disappointing. Okay? Now the next one is called Serigala Dinding 2023. So how many of you know what this means? How many know what this is? What is this? Serigala means what? It means Wolf of Wall Street 2023. Okay, you must know some words here lah. Now, it means what? These are the group of people that have possibly the most, can enjoy good returns of investment in terms of asset. They have asset luck. Okay, this is the group. So it's not really a group, just one animal sign here. This is the rabbit. All right, this is the rabbit animal sign. You may say, hey, rabbit, my Tai Soi, man. Yeah, it's Tai Soi, it's top G, but the one that is most good for returns is this. Because you have not only Duke's Arrival, your Soi Ka, you also have Kam Guai, golden chest, which means it's a reward for whatever you have done, and returns or whatever you have contributed. Jade Hall. Jade Hall is called Kam Yok Mun Tong. You know, wow, it's good not you say lah, yeah? That means your wealth and prosperity multiplies. So when you have all these stars together, that means you have a chance to have your asset appreciate in value. But first, you must have asset, okay? If you've never invested in people, you've never invested in assets, as in physical assets, you've never invested in equity, you've never invested in relationships, you've just been a taker all your time. Now, investing in relationship is very important, yeah? That means you know that this person is worth your time to build up and share your life with. You create a life with this person. But if you're there, I'm very empty. I need someone to support me. That means you're a taker. If you're a taker, you're not an investor. You're a taker. So if you're a taker, it doesn't apply to this, yeah? There's no return on your investment, okay? So a giver is different. A giver is you give in terms of time, in terms of that person as a result of knowing you, become a better person, happier, wealthier, sharper, happy life, right? After know you poke guy jaw, wow, every day cannot go out, cannot look at phone, cannot do this, that means it went to prison, no? So this is not good returns in asset. That's called taker, right? A lot of people don't realize that. That's why they have an issue. So you can invest in a relationship, or you can invest in an actual asset, or you invest in a company, then you get returns. This is a good sign to have. Okay? All right, let's talk about the next one, which is called the complaint creator. Okay? So, now what is complaint creator? Now, we heard a lot about content creator, right or not? People who create great content on YouTube, great content on Facebook or TikTok, and they make good money. But then there's a bunch of people who only know how to create complaint, right? So generally, these are the group of people who comes up with stuff that they don't like, okay? Stuff that, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that, and they want to camouflage this whole thing as if they're adding value to you to let you know why it's not good. Oh, because if I tell you no good, then you can become a better person. No, it's not. They just want to complain. They like to voice out shit. Okay, so that's what they do. So now, there's one star that does this a lot of times, and this star is called the back-poking star. The back-poking star is actually in the pig this year, okay? So, now I know pig has got many good things, right? But one of the things not so good is called back-poking. So, a lot of people interpret as this is people poke your back, right? Oh, you got this up here, you must be careful. Actually, after so many years in astrology, I realized one thing. A lot of times, astrology is discussed in a form that everybody is a victim, the star is the one creating the problem for you. Actually, it's not true, you know. I realize that sometimes you look at astrology from the internal perspective. Maybe you are the one poking people's back. You are the one that caused the gossip in the first place. You are the one that's saying, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like the way you say hello to me. I don't like the way, I don't like the tone of your voice. I don't like this, I don't like that. So if you want to use the good stuff that is in the pig this year, you're going to talk less about what you don't like. Even if you truly don't like, shut the fuck up. That's all you need to do. And if you do that, less problems in life. No more complaint creator. All right? In fact, you'll be just experiencing good things. So there's no many ways to read the 12 animal signs. Okay? How many of you guys enjoyed this session so far? Type a me right now. Okay. All right. That's nice. That's nice. All right. All right. Now let's look at this. Okay, you guys okay, right? We're going to go a bit further. You guys all right? For more? You want more? Okay, so let's look at this in a different perspective, okay, using the 12 animal signs. Now, I want to talk about the 9 ways to find a new job in 2023. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about those who are working for others, okay? Now, if you are working for yourself, you own a business, I will address you tomorrow. Okay, now let's just make it clear. Some people are like, I want to apply this too. So cannot lah. You own your own business, you're low side cup, you know. Low side cup is tomorrow. Now is the non-low side cup. Okay, so if you're working for other people, you want to look for a new job, then this part for you. Okay, okay or not, right? You're right. You want thumbs up, greedy, I want everything together. It's a bit complicated. Okay, all right. So these are 9 ways to find a new job for those who are looking for a job. And particularly, you are going to look for this animal sign either in the year or month of birth. Year or month of birth, okay? So I will give priority to the month of birth because the month represents your career, all right? But I'll use the year animal sign as backup. So I will look at 70% of the time, it will be based on the month of birth, and 30% I will look at the year of birth animal sign. Okay? So it means I will place 70% more importance to the month and 30% on the year for this particular part on finding a new job. Now, if you're not going to find a new job, then obviously this doesn't apply to you. Okay? You say, I want to apply this, but I'm not interested in a new job. Then don't use it lah. This is for those who are wanting to look for a job. Okay. Firstly, if you have rabbit, ox, or monkey in a month of birth, or the year of birth, or both, okay? So either one of these in your month or year of birth, I would think you shouldn't look for a new job. Okay? Rabbit, ox, monkey. Let me tell you why, okay? Because if you are rabbit, you are Grand Duke. This is the time for you to shine wherever you are. This year, see, right? Better not do it. Ox, you don't have good stars. So might as well no need to do it, right? And the monkey, you just after 1 year of Tai Sui, this year you're about to have breakthrough. It's like planting a durian tree, just about to start to grow. You unplug, unplant, and plant again. You start all over again. So better not lah. So these 3 animal sign, no need to go and find. Okay? You say, good luck to you. Tomorrow learn feng shui, try to make some changes. Okay? So basically, you gotta try and unfuck yourself like that. Yeah? So listen, that tomorrow we learn some feng shui techniques about period 9, or that how you can unfuck yourself in case you've done something already. But don't worry about it. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Anyway, okay, let's look at the 9 animal signs. I'll focus on the month. Primarily, if it's or the year, which is 30% of chance, it might be that, okay? So here's the thing, all right? So if it is goat, how many of you have goat, either month or year? And if you're looking for a job, the way you will find a job is going to be through networking. You got to go network. You say, I don't like it, then you don't find a job. You want to find, it's going to be within your network. You got to go out and deliberately network to get the job. If you have snake, either month or year, then it's going to be through referrals. It's going to be people you know that you deliberately will call them and say, can you refer me? That's the best way for you to get in. If it's dog is through agencies. So you're going to get an employment agency to help you out. They will probably have something pretty good for you. Okay? If you're dog. Suppose it's dragon. Dragon is through self-advertising. Because dragon is the sun, right? So the energy should come from within. So you got to self-advertise. You got to go and promote yourself being available. You can freelance for a while and then look for something permanent. Do that. Suppose the pig, then how? Pig, then all you need to do is look for official channels to go through to get there. So it could be a website, it could be an official opening and say career applications. Go through that. You probably go through proper channels. It's the fastest way for you to get there. Okay, some will say, hey, yeah, I do it, I cannot get it. How many have you sent? Or 2. Let's send 200 ma. Why you send 2 for what? You're not even serious in this shit, eh? So if you're really serious in doing something, send 200 applications, right or not? Oh no I just do 2 only. I tried but didn't work, you 2 only. Come on right? If you're serious enough in finding something and you have this energy there, you want to find the best, you got to have more options. Alright, minimum also 50 right or not? You go to send 2 and then you say, oh, I did my best. That's the problem. I ask a lot of people that, and this is what I see, right? Oh, I applied for 5 and I didn't really get it. Go for 50, go for 500 right? So a lot of things that you need to try, right? Like we all do events and do talks. How many times we have gotten a no, right? When I first started. Free talk also people don't want, right? Still have to try, right? How many times have you done it? Think about that, okay? Rooster, cold caller, right? Month emptiness, remember there's a star, so have to do a lot of times, so you have to cold call people. It's the hardest, but it's possible doing. Tiger, you gotta do headhunter. Okay? Headhunter is the best way if you have tiger in your chart. Rat, internship. Remember, you have good fortune star, remember? Do internship, people like you, they will get you to be on board very soon. Horse, social media, because you are likable from you have a peach blossom star, you got sky happiness. Do a bit of social media, do some nice videos, put your resume up there, you probably will get it very quickly. Okay? So of course you have 2 animal signs, right? One is the month, one is the year. So do both. But 70% should be based on the month and 30% effort on the year. That will be the fastest way for you to get there. Again, don't just try once or twice, put more effort in, right? If you normally just do 2, do up to 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Do more, you will definitely get it through those fields. Okay? That's what you need to do. That's the 9 ways for you to find a new job in case you want to look for that. So guys, that's one of the ways, right? One of the ways you can use Parzi. Now, guys, listen. Your Parzi, your astrology chart is not just about who you are, okay? It's about who you can become. I think by now you realize that you could almost get whatever you want to get for your career, relationships, your business, or your health if you understand the map that you're given. How many of you realize that? That a little bit more exploration, that you can actually find out a lot of what you can do. You're empowered to be able to do stuff in 2023. Now, some of you are talking about business, right? You want to start a business? Sure. I will talk a lot about that tomorrow, in fact, how you could actually look at your chart and start a business. In fact, I'll give you good dates on how you can begin. But firstly, you understand that the stars in your astrology chart here hold the answers to turn a breakdown to a breakthrough. This is what your Parzi chart is about. Now, to illustrate this, let me tell you an incident that happened to me last year. So, I think it was sometime in September or October, I can't exactly tell you the dates, it's around the time. And I was in Orlando. Okay, so in Orlando, normally you would go and visit the Universal or Disney. How many of you have been to Orlando? How many of you are from Orlando right now? That's nice. I love Orlando. It's fun to be there. So me, my brother, and Team JY went to, what's this? Disney Hollywood? Was it called Disney Hollywood? Hollywood Studios. Studios. Yeah, Disney Hollywood Studios. And so we thought, okay, let's go early, right? I go early, we're like little kids again. I mean, come on, I'm 46 years old. Now we're acting like 16-year-olds. So I told my brother, okay, let's wake up early and we're going to take this, the first ride there. And when the doors open, we're going to rush in. How many of you experienced that in Disneyland before? You rush in, and then there was a line. Okay. Apparently, they have opened the doors to the crowds that were VIPs, right? Now, the what VIP or what express pass, I don't know. They were already there, so like, fuck, we still have to line up. Okay, fine. So this, first of all, we don't really know the part. This is like the first time we went to Disney Hollywood Studios, so we were like looking at the map. Oh, it's so like the Star Wars because I wanted to buy a lightsaber because I saw people holding lightsabers. So where the fuck do we find a lightsaber? First we get to Star Wars land or something. So we gotta get to that part. So I don't know where to get. And then I saw, oh, there's that big one is called what, Kenny? That big, like a camel one.
Huh?
What destroyer is that?
The Walker.
Walker, yeah, some Walker. Oh, this looks interesting. We should go for this ride. And then we saw a line. Okay lah, the line looked short. We line up. Then we apparently after 2 turns, then we saw the real line. Okay, how many of you have that experience before? Like you could never really get to the thing, right? 2 hours later, right, we get to go for the ride. So apparently there was this Smuggler's Run, all this stuff that we wanted to go. So the whole day we spent there trying to look for the places. After we looked for the places, we found the place and we lined up for 3 hours. And I can tell you, yes, I made the lightsaber after a 2-hour ride and a horrible lunch. I think we managed to ride 2 rides, and that was it right now. 2 rides. Was it 2 or 3? 2. One kid ride that we didn't really consider a ride.
1.5 minute ride.
1.5 minute ride, and then we like 6 hours were gone, right? Did we enjoy the day? It was freaking hot. It's nice to be at Star Wars World, but we had 2 rides, and we didn't really explore the whole park. Okay, so that was us in Orlando, Disney Hollywood. How many of you have similar experience before? It's like freaking crowded, right? So here's the thing. So we went back and then we went to did our thing, and then a couple of days later, our group said, hey, you know, there's this thing that is going on in Universal Studios, and Universal Studios has this thing called, what was it called again? Halloween Nights, right? It is like the best ever thing, and we should go. And I'm like, the first thought is I told Kenny, it's like, we go there after our event. It's going to be like 5 something in the afternoon, and we're going to line up there, and we're not going to go for any rides because everyone goes there in the evening. And then I got smart. I thought about how do we solve this problem, and the solution is super, super easy. All we need to do is search through the website and look for VIP guide. Apparently, there's a VIP guide that we could pay for, and with the guide, apparently it comes with VIP access. So, and the price is, okay lah, it's a bit more, right? I mean, we come from so far, from Malaysia all the way. Cannot be, we're going to spend like 2 hours, 3 hours riding for one stupid ride, right? So we should check, like, we are very kiasu, we calculate everything. Okay, how many rides are there? Right? The whole of Orlando Studios, how many times? Okay, we want to make our money's worth. Okay, so what time we should go and whether the guy is worth it or not. So in the end, we said, okay, let's go do it. So we paid for it, and in the end, we went. Apparently, there's a separate line, separate entrance that you can enter, and there's no line. You just go in there and there's a lounge. My God, this is cool. So we sat down there, and here comes our guide, Josh, right? So Josh came and said, oh, I'm your guide for this evening, and this group is Team JY. Okay, cool. Here's your special pass. Now, follow me. In this Universal Studios, he said, there are 3 lines. The first line is the normal line. The second line is called the express line, and the third line is Josh's line. You today, my friends, will be following the Josh's line. That means you do not have to line up. We will go through the back lane and all the way to the right immediately. Then first thing I asked them is, so how many rides can we ride tonight? All of them. I said, in these few hours? There's no problem. But we don't have enough time. Do not worry. We know exactly where to go. So he planned out the whole ride. We know exactly. We tell them what's our favorite. We're not just the 10 haunted houses, which my assistant was crazy when they went into the room. He's dancing. I don't know why he's dancing in the haunted house, but it was super cool. We don't have to freaking line up. We go and experience all 10. If you went on a normal line, first you need to find the haunted house, and second, if the line 2 hours just to get into the house, okay? And then you're gonna walk through the whole thing and then try and line up for the next one. You will never be able to finish all 10, even if you spend like 3 days there. But we finished all 10 with enough time to go for that roller coaster ride, or I don't know what is it called, that rock and roll, I don't know what thing. And a nice restaurant and the hidden bar for drinks. So we get to explore, in a nutshell, the entire Universal Studios with the limited time we have, VIP access, exploring the whole thing. It was super, super worth it. Now guys, it sounds like I'm promoting for you guys to sign up for a VIP tour of Universal Studios. No, far from that. What I'm saying is this. Every year, we set new goals and we have big plans, right? And every year, life happens to us. For example, responsibility happens, commitment happens, overwhelm happens, stress happens. And then we have to go and realize that, we do realize at some point that we don't have a lot of time to waste. And sometimes we procrastinate, we don't really know whether we can do this or not, and we delay. Sometimes we lack the self-confidence, sometimes we feel a bit lost, sometimes we have self-doubt, sometimes we have a vision but we're not clear what the plan is, sometimes we lack the discipline, just like all of our team lining up in Disney Hollywood thinking, where should we go? Should we line up or should we not line up, right? Where should we go first to save up time? Then we go, we don't really know whether we have the confidence to actually, go through the ride, whether it's a suitable ride or not. Then we doubt ourselves, then we feel a bit lost or overwhelmed. But when we go to a place where we have the map and we have someone guiding us, telling us exactly, okay, this is what you want to achieve. You want to go through all these places and get through all the treasure map. Remember the treasure map? Imagine going to the spot mark X right now with a person who knows the terrain, who knows exactly where to go and where all the fun things are and escape all the dark paths and all the traps. Just like how we went through the haunted houses and how we went to the secret bar that night and we had enough time to enjoy all the scenery and all the plans and took the best pictures ever and arrived at the spot mark X, we need a guide. That is exactly the same with Parzi. When we look at our Parzi chart, it's like looking at this map. It is like you going to Disney Hollywood Studios. It's like you trying to figure out where to go on a crowded day in Orlando Universal Studios. The difference is if you have a guide, the guide can take you through the shortcut and lead you to all the places that you want to go and save time, save the heartache. You don't need to procrastinate. You will never feel lost. You won't feel overwhelmed. You won't be stressed. So if you would like to hire a guide, or in this case, a Parzi consultant to help you with your chart, now usually a Destiny Discovery reading or Destiny Discovery guide is $260. Now, if you go through this process, you can assign your own time, meaning you choose your date in which you want to go through the park. It means you choose your date and time where you will like the reading to be done. But here's how I can reduce the cost for you and make it worthwhile your time and also get the same outcome. So like us going through the park, instead of trying to choose the day that is full, we choose the day that they have assigned for us. So like that, in the same way, we can reduce the cost from $260 to just $100 to guide you through your 2023 Parzi chart, just like how a guide like Josh guided us through the Orlando Universal Studios. But the difference is you got to go with our time. So by us assigning the time available and just putting you at that time, then we cut our costs as well and we give the savings to you. So if you would like that, instead of you trying to figure out, okay, my chart, this, I got very important questions I need answered right now, then join us now for the Destiny Discovery Day. Now, if you want to sign up for this, you got to see the link that is on the chat right now or on my screen right here. There's 100 slots that we're opening. Just 100 slots. Listen, this is manpower, all right? We don't have that many people who do this for you. So if you would like this, we have slotted in, there's a schedule, there's a calendar. So first come, first serve basis, there's $100 right now instead of $260. If you're interested in doing this, you're interested in having a guide go through with you on your chart for 2023, then see the link on your screen on the chat as well as on this screen right now. Okay, go to that and register for a slot for yourself or for a loved one. It will be worth your time. You will save a lot of time. You have a guided tour of your own chart for 2023. Basically, you can do this on your own. It's like exploring Disneyland on your own, or get someone to help you out with VIP access. Okay, either way is also fun. So choose whichever is worth your time. Okay, if your time is valuable, get someone to guide you. It's a lot more fun. I can promise you that. All right, now I'd like to answer one more question here. Yeah, a parcel reading of your treasure map, of your parcel map, is not for everybody. Okay, because listen, I've been 28 years, almost 30 years in this business. There are some people who we just cannot help. All right, because they're like, oh, why my life like that? Why my life sucks on? Why? I want to commit suicide. Why? I feel like dying. Listen, these are people. We also don't want to take your money. Yeah? So there will be a short interview session that my team, not the consultant, the team will first call you after this $100 that we accepted first. Yeah, we call you first and we will listen to what your problem is first. Yeah, if your problem is solvable, we can help you. We'll take the $100 and we go ahead with it. If we find no, this type of question cannot help one, then we'll say, you know what, here's your $100 back. You take it back. We cannot help you. You help yourself. All right. Really, after almost 30 years in this field, I have met some people that really ask some questions that are beyond answering. Why the world like that? Yeah, will I get assassinated? Yeah, why my boss always look down on me? It's like, you always why victim mindset? We got no time to help you. It's so very hard to help. So if that's the case, instead of, if you are there to ask, okay, how can I be better? How can I get the job that I want? What is the 3 top things that I need to look for in order to become better in 2023? How do I get become better so that the relationship in my life becomes much more interesting? A lot of things we can help. If we can help you, fair enough. We'll take your fees and we'll assign someone to help you. Cool? If we cannot help you, we'll tell you, sorry, we'll give you back your money. All right? You can help yourself. Cool or not? All right? But 100 slots only, yeah? 100 slots only. So see the link on the chat right now as well as on the screen. Go to that and register for that. And if you're the right fit, we go for it. If you're not the right fit, it's fine. We give you back your money. Cool? Super cool. Super cool. Now, last thing for today. Remember, at the end of every day, we'll announce a surprise. We're going to have a giveaway. Okay, so today's giveaway would be a free feng shui floor plan analysis. A feng shui floor plan analysis is that we're going to go through your floor plan and point out to you some of the major things in your feng shui that you can change for 2023. This alone is a $497 service that we offer our clients. So we're going to give 10 sessions away. Only 10, I cannot too much, yeah? Because again, labor is costly. So there were 10 sessions here. And do you want to win one or not? To analyze your floor plans for 2023. Okay, so if you'd like to win, here's how you do it. There is an instruction that you see right now, and we're going to post it on Telegram for you to see. You got to follow the instructions carefully and go to the, I think it was Facebook or Instagram, I can't remember. Just follow the instructions there, okay? Go there, and in the correct page, if you leave it on your Telegram, you're not going to get shit, all right? So you got to go to the correct channels. Listen to me first. Go to the correct channels and leave your key takeaway on what you have learned the last 2 days that you felt that your life transformed. I want to see that epiphany. I want to read about how this transformed your life. You write it there, and we find that this is something that is so cool and really life transformational. We'll pick 10, and if you're one of the winners, then we will do a floor plan analysis for you. How about that? Okay, so the instructions are now sent onto the Telegram, and you can also see it on your screen right now.
Okay, some of them are asking if they came like many years ago and the epiphany came many years back.
Okay, so if your epiphany came many years back, you can also write about this right now. So as long as there's an epiphany, a great aha, is a key takeaway, you write it there, it's impressive, we might select you for this gift. Okay? All right, so the instructions, follow instructions. You write it in Telegram, you ain't gonna get nothing, yeah? You gotta follow the instructions that we have given. Okay? So it's a fun day, right? Day 2, you ain't seen nothing yet. Day 3 is even more fun. Tomorrow, we're going to address the stems in your chart. We're going to address more about the business owners. We're going to talk about feng shui. We're going to talk about specific dates for activation. We're going to help you write your story for 2023. So I will see you tomorrow.
Up.